What is the best natural supplement for anxiety? If you have ever asked that question, then you are in the right place. Anxiety is one of those things that can just creep up on you out of nowhere, and it does not have to be. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my top go-to supplements that really help ward off those anxious feelings so you can have more quality of life and feel less anxious in no time. Hi, I'm Dr. Kelly Shockley, Doctor of Cause, Chiropractic, board certified in sports medicine, and specialized in clinical nutrition. In this video, we're going to go over the #1 nutrient deficiency in America that has everything to do with anxiety. Without this critical nutrient, there is no way you will feel relaxed and calm. Then we'll cover the most common nutrient imbalance you are more than likely dealing with thanks to the food industry here in the United States. Next, we will reveal a powerhouse nutrient that is getting a ton of attention in the realms of research right now because of how amazingly awesome it is for your brain's health. And finally, I will be sharing with you the main vitamin that most anxiety sufferers are severely deficient in. This one is a total game changer. Let's dive right on in. All right, what is the #1 nutrient deficiency most Americans are suffering with that has everything to do with anxiety? It is magnesium. Magnesium is in every single cell of your body. In fact, it makes up 1/3 of every single cell of your body. It's required for 80% of every chemical process that happens 24/7. And your brain is highly dependent upon it. Now, something we need to clear the air on first is anxiety is a symptom of a brain health problem. A lot of people think of anxiety as, not one of the severe, but more into the realm of a mental health type of a problem. My belief is those are just the symptoms you experience when that particular organ is not happy. So when the heart is not happy, you may be experiencing like palpitations or a fast heart rate or blood pressure issues. Well, when the brain is not healthy or happy for that matter, some of the symptoms you can start experiencing is anxiety or lack of focus and concentration, even depression. So the thought process here is if we help maintain optimal levels of brain health, get the brain right, then the mind actually follows. It doesn't necessarily work the opposite direction. Now, when it comes to magnesium for your brain, not all magnesiums are received and are well used by the brain. So the version that you want to look for is magnesium L-threonate. This magnesium has been proven to cross the blood-brain barrier. In your brain, it's almost like you've got a set of army men that are standing at the gates protecting the brain. And unless they receive signal from the chief in command, they're not allowed to just allow anything into the brain that comes into that area. So when it comes to the forms of magnesium, only magnesium L-threonate has been proven to gain access and is able to be used in the brain. Something else that you can do just as general, because it's not just the brain that's probably being deprived of the magnesium, but everywhere else, is start consuming more foods that have a high amount of magnesium in them. If you like oysters, I do not. But if you do, that is one of the most nutrient-dense sources of magnesium that you could consume. Otherwise, if you're like me, I consume raw pumpkin seeds, known as pepitas. You can do lots of dark green leafy vegetables. If you like beans, they also have magnesium. Even avocado has a little bit of magnesium in it as well. So add more of this into your daily consumption and you'll start boosting magnesium just through the food you are eating as well. And I'm curious, did you know that magnesium was the #1 nutrient deficiency in America and that it's severely linked with issues with anxiety? Let me know down in the comments below. What is the most common nutrient imbalance that you're probably struggling with thanks to the food industry here in the United States? It's the ratio between your omega-3 fatty acids and your omega-6 fatty acids. Now, if you haven't heard of omega-3 fatty acids, know that they are readily available in your fish oils, okay? These are critical nutrients for the brain, omega-3 specifically. It's the building block of your brain. About 80% of your brain is made up of a fat, and of that fat, about 80% are in the form of omega-3 fatty acids. What has happened in our food industry here in America is that we have far more foods that are high in omega-6s, which create inflammation, and inflammation destroys health. than we do the omega-3s, which reduce inflammation and we need for health. They're essential. Like, we have to consume them in order to get them. We can't make them. So because of the food supply here in America, most Americans have too much omega-6 and not enough omega-3s. Omega-3 fatty acids have been shown to improve your mood, help reduce the inflammation, as I was saying, boost your immune system. There's a ton of research behind how important they are for heart health. Like, they are incredible, and we do not have enough of them. Also, in animal studies, it has been shown to be antidepressant, which is pretty darn cool. So again, this is one of those building blocks. We can't get enough out of our diet. This is probably one that you just need a supplement for, but you do want to get a quality omega-3 fatty acid supplement. We're not going to spend a ton of time on that in today's video, but one thing you want to look for if you're going to use fish oils is find a company that has what's called IFOS certification. That guarantees you the purity, the cleanliness. It shows you anything and everything that was in that one particular batch of fish oils. That way you know you are getting fish oil from a clean source and you're not just putting more toxins and junk into your system that are going to challenge your health and ultimately could amplify your anxiety. Now, before I get into the Powerhouse nutrient that is getting a lot of attention and research right now because of how important it is for brain health, I would just like to remind you to subscribe to my channel down below. Click the subscribe, turn the notifications on. I am producing content on a regular basis on how to boost your brain health, have overall optimal health and wellness, and achieve what I like to call total body mastery. So click that subscribe button, turn the notifications on, and you will be set. All right. What is that Powerhouse nutrient that is getting a ton of attention and research right now? It's known as curcumin. You probably know it better as turmeric. Now, this particular nutrient is an amazing antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. And what has been shown to basically do is help manage with anxiety, depression, and even pain management. It's also been shown to help boost memory capacity in people who are dealing with dementia and Alzheimer's. So much so that it's being considered as an alternative to other Alzheimer and dementia treatments on its own, which is phenomenal. So this you can consume in the turmeric root itself, but you have to consume a lot of it to get enough, or start taking a high quality curcumin supplement. I prefer a supplement that has the curcumin B95 version in it. That is what all the research has been done. That way you know you're getting the actual form that has all these amazing benefits to it. Now, the top vitamin that most anxiety sufferers are severely deficient in is vitamin D. Vitamin D has mostly been known for helping our bones and our teeth be strong. And then over the course of this past year and a half, it has gained more weight and knowledge in the effects of our immune system. Like, you can't have a strong immune system if you don't have enough vitamin D. But what's starting to become a little bit more known, but still not very well known, is its influence over your brain. Part of what vitamin D does in the brain is it balances the brain hormones that then ultimately influence your feeling of depression or not, reducing anxiety and helping with just reducing stress hormones in general. But the brain is one of the areas that has the most ability to use vitamin D. And what I can tell you is I test vitamin D on my patients on a regular basis. And I kid you not, 100% of my patients who have come in complaining or being actually diagnosed by a medical professional with anxiety, depression, ADHD, dyslexia, bipolar, all of those mood imbalance kinds of issues have been severely, not just slightly, but severely deficient in vitamin D. It's been pretty fascinating to actually see. And then other neurologic types of problems, so multiple sclerosis, even 95% of my migraine sufferers, they're all severely deficient in vitamin D2. And not D2, but D3. Vitamin D as well, okay? Now, vitamin D is our sunshine vitamin. You can get vitamin D from the sun, but the challenge is people put sunblock on when they go in the sun because they don't want skin cancer. Well, as soon as you do that, you're blocking out the ability for your body to absorb those rays from the sun to convert this chemical in your system to a usable form of vitamin D. And then the other issue about relying on the sun is you have to be outside when the sun is at its highest, like its peak, and you need as much skin exposure as you can have legally in order to have a fighting chance at producing enough vitamin D just off of the sun. So this is one of the nutrients I suggest supplementing with. However, it is a fat-soluble vitamin, so it is really important for you to actually know what your vitamin D level is, because you can end up with an overdose or a toxic type of an issue, which this isn't one to mess with. While it takes a lot of vitamin D, the results of having too much for too long could be ultimately life-ending. The reason being is when you get too much vitamin D in your body, it elevates blood levels of calcium. The kidneys and the heart do not like high levels of calcium in the blood. So ultimately you could end up with kidney failure, or you could end up with a heart attack. So I can't stress enough to you. I know you can go to the health food store and get a vitamin D supplement, but I would really strongly encourage you to get your vitamin D level checked prior to doing that. Now, other thing I really wanted to share with you real quick is just a anxiety hack that you can do that will help you feeling calm within moments. Everybody talks about deep breathing, but there is a method to the madness. So what you could do is you could remove yourself from whatever the situation is, even if you have to go duck into a bathroom if you're at work, and you put your hand on your belly. And then what you do is you slowly breathe in, allowing your belly to push against your hand, okay? Take a deep breath in for 4 seconds. Hold that as best as you can for 8 seconds before you blow out, keeping your hand on your belly the entire time. You do that a few times and you should already feel relaxation happening in the muscular system, a little bit more of a sense of calm coming over you, the heart rate calms back down, and you can move on because you have just avoided having a full-blown panic attack or just reduced your anxiety so much. Now, if you'd like to take this whole process and put it on fast forward, how you eat is critically important for brain health as well. And we don't have time to get into that in today's show, but I have for you down in the description below. Click on that so it expands. Look for your free copy of my 7-day Eat Your Way to Better Brain Health meal plan. I have created this just for you. It's a meal plan that, don't worry, you're not going to spend every hour of your day in a kitchen because honestly, who has time for that? I don't. Okay, so easy to follow meal plan. It's got your grocery list as well, and super easy to put together recipes that take minimal ingredients and not a lot of time. And honestly, by the end of those 7 days, you will have more mental clarity. You will feel probably more restful, more calm. You will even probably notice that your memory capacity is working at a higher level than what it's been. And you might just feel like more energetic and lively at the end of those 7 days. So don't miss out on that. Go down into the description below and find the link for the free 7-day Eat Your Way to Better Brain Health meal plan. I hope today was helpful for you. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you on a future episode. God bless.